All right, I'll be showing you easy way to solve second order differential equation here, and we'll be working with these two examples here in this class. All right, now first, whenever you are second order differential equation is usually in this form. Why? When you talk about second means what? Two. So you must have a derivative that has something like this. When you have a derivative of just ordinary the y over the x alone, if this is the only one you have, it is still first order. But when you talk about second order, as it's the way as the pronunciation sound, second, this is now second order. If you have this in an equation, it is called what? Second order. But now looking at the highest derivative, this is the first derivative, this is second derivative, so this is the highest derivative. So therefore this equation is said to be what? Second order, because of this highest derivative, which is what? Second order. All right, now in second order differential equations, first thing you have to take note is you need to get your auxiliary equation. And how do you get your auxiliary equation? Now you see this a, b, c here, they represent constant, they are constant, like they represent number, certain number. It could be 4, it could be 5, it could be 6, it could be 7. Now looking at this equation, you see that we have something like this. It could be 4 like this, 25, it could be any number. Okay, take note of that. Now we are going to represent our dy over the x to be m. Now when you represent your dy over the x to be m, suppose I erase this. Let's assume I erase this. You know, this is still dy over the x, dy over the x. So let's assume if my dy over the x, which is the same thing as this, is equals to m. Let me put m here at first. But now if this one is now second order, you know, it is second order. I'm just trying to explain it in an easy way for you. Now because of this two I put here, which has already made this one second order, so I will therefore put 2 here. Okay, that is the y over the x is equals to m. The square y over the x, the square y over the x square is equals to m square. Then you take your y to be 1. Okay, that is how to get, that is the easy way to do it. So your auxiliary equation will now be, now if you are replacing what is here now, our the square y over the x square to be this, you are replacing this one here to be this, then you replace this one with 1. Our auxiliary equation will be a, to be what? A, then you replace this one with m square, am square plus b, this one with what? M, plus c. This is y is 1. 1 times c will give us c, equals to 0. This is auxiliary equation. What this tells us is that before you start solving anything, you need to get the auxiliary equation of any particular problems you'll be given. Now looking at question number 1, let's get our auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation, first of all, you need to get the auxiliary equation. Secondly, you need to find the roots, and thirdly, you need to apply the general solution formula. But before you can apply the general solution formula, we need to get the roots. It is the roots that will determine the type of the general solution formula we have to apply, because we have different kind of general solution formula. So the root determines the right one to use. All right, let's find, as I've said, auxiliary equation. Then from this problem, let's find the auxiliary equation. So we have the square y over the x square plus 4 dy over, let me do it like this, 4 dy over the x, 4 dy over the x plus 4y, okay, equals to 0. Now we want to get, first thing, as I've said, our auxiliary equation. So auxiliary equation, we represent our dy over the x to be what? To be m raised to the power of 2. So I will represent this, I will replace this with what? M raised to the power of 2, m raised to the power of 2 plus 4. Now what is our dy over the x? Our dy over the x is equals to what? M. So it will be 4m plus 4. What's our y? We said we should take our y to be 1. That is 4 times 1. It will still give you 4, equals to 0. Now we need to solve this equation quadratically. We need to solve this equation quadratically. I know that you people, you are familiar with quadratic, but I will still explain it here. What are the two numbers you multiply together to give us 4? And by the time you add that same two numbers together, if you add them together, it will give you this. But when you multiply them, it will give you this. and if you add them together, it will give you the same 4 here. Okay, so now what are the two numbers? The two numbers are 2. So let's write our m raised to the power of 2 plus, we said the two numbers that we multiply together to give us 4, which is the one here. And the two numbers, if you add them together, it will still give you the 4 that is here. The two numbers are 2 and 2. So we have 2m plus 2m here. I'm representing this 4m now with the two numbers. The two numbers are 2 and 2. But because there is m here, that's why I put m here. 2 and 2. Instead of me writing this 4, I don't need to write it. I've already replaced it with the two number. So, but I will need to write this plus 4 equals to 0. Okay? Now, you know, this plus this will still give me this. Okay? So let's try to break it. Okay? Now, I will have, what is common here? Common here. M. If I bring out 1m here, I will still left with 1m. Plus, if I bring out m here, I will be left with 2. Plus, what is common here and common here? 2, 2. If I bring out 2 here, I'll be left with m plus 2 goes in 4, that is 2, equals to 0. Okay, now you see that we have m plus 2 here, m plus 2 here is common in both of them. So I will need to bring it out. If I bring out m plus 2, I'll be left with what? Now if I bring out m plus 2 here, if I bring out this, I'll be left with m plus, if I bring out m plus 2 here, I'll be left with what? 2. Now equals to 0. Now from our power law, this is equals to 0 or this is equals to 0. So we write it as m plus 2 equals to 0, which is this first one, or m plus 2 equals to 0, which is this second one. So now m equals to, if I take this plus 2 to the other side, it becomes minus 2. Or m equals to, taking this plus 2 to the other side, it becomes what? Minus 2. All right. Now we have gotten the root. You know, this is the auxiliary equation. Sorry. This is the auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation. Our auxiliary equation is given to be this. Okay. Now the root is this. I said first one, find the auxiliary equation. Second one, find the root. Third one, then apply the general solution formula. Now, if you check the roots here, you see that they are real numbers and they are the same. We have minus 2 and minus 2 here. Minus 2 is real number. What are the numbers that are not real? When we talk about real numbers, we are talking about positive or negative whole number. But if the number has something like, let's assume it has something like complex like this. You know, complex number have something like this. So it is not a real number. Okay? But now they are real number. But they are the same root. So the formula, the general solution formula you use whenever they are real number and they are the same thing is y equals to e raised to the power of mx into brackets a plus bx. This is the formula you use to find the general solution whenever the roots are the same. Whenever the roots are the same, use the formula you use for the general solution. But let's assume when you go to this place, maybe here is minus 2 and here is minus 5. You know the roots are not the same. What is the general solution formula you apply, you use? Is you are no longer going to use this. You will use y equals to a, let me give you the short way, b e raised to the power of m1x e raised to the power of m2x. This is general solution formula you use whenever the roots are not the same thing. The root, they must be real number. First of all, they must be real number. Aside they are real number, then check, are they the same? If they are the same, use this. If the roots are not the same, you use this. So since the roots are the same thing, we use this. Then our y equals to e raised to the power of m. What's our m? It's minus 2. Minus 2x into brackets a plus bx. So this is our general solution. This is our general solution that we are asked to find in this question.